Alright, so today I'd like to talk with you guys about the Fiskars splitting axe. They're a very good product, number one. I will say, I have not one bad thing to say about this product. I actually own two of them. I own this is the X17 here. It's a smaller version. It's about 2 foot. Lengthwise, you've got about a 17-inch handle is what they're calling it. It's kind of a smaller, kind of a more compact, still a splitting axe, but tool. I also have here, this is the larger one. This is more of what you would think of as a traditional maul. This tool here, it's 3 foot from top to bottom, and you've got about a 30-inch handle on it. Now both of these tools are considered their Fiskars splitting axe heads. And what they do is they also have a axe head, and you can see it's not so much like a traditional axe head where there's not a real pronounced belly on this. It's more of a flat. Does a pretty good job of cutting, but the main difference is, see the flare? That's what they're calling their splitting axe. Their regular axe does not have that flare. You can see on the big one here too. You can see that flare. It's almost like a wedge. Now, according to Fiskars, the reason that these are so more efficient than a traditional maul is that you can generate so much more speed in your swing as opposed to a traditional, 6, 8, 10-pound maul. This thing here weighs right around 4 pounds. On the large one, this one here is just a little bit shy. So you've got some weight there, but what they say is definitely true. You can definitely swing this thing a lot faster than you can a traditional maul. You will also notice on this, you can see how narrow and how sharp of a point that it comes to, unlike a traditional maul, which goes to a wedge shape fairly quickly. What you end up getting with this thing is you get a faster swing, and with the wedge shape you actually get a deeper penetration into the piece of wood that you're splitting. And really what it comes down to is, I prefer it. I burn wood in my house. It's my sole heat source. I burn wood in my shop. I burn wood in my fur shed. I burn a lot of wood. Now I've got a log splitter too, but for those of you who've done it, you know that you can go out, you can split a bunch of red oak quicker by hand than you can with a splitter, a hydraulic splitter. It just goes that much quicker with straight grain wood. So these two tools have been well used. This one here, it definitely is smaller. You do not get the leverage that you get. This was the first one I bought, and then I ended up going with the longer model, basically because I was unaware that the longer model was made. The 17 is also very nice just to carry. Whenever they say it's a splitting axe, they do mean that you can use this for an axe. It's a little heavier. Like I said, it's still got the wedge, but you can, if you're only going to buy one, I would buy the splitting axe over the axe. Second thing you're probably going to notice about this is that it doesn't have a wood handle on it. It doesn't have a metal handle on it. It's a polymer handle. And that's what got me whenever I first started looking at them. Like, how in the world is an axe with a plastic handle essentially going to hold up? Well, I can tell you, it holds up tremendously. I'm not sure of the material, what's in here, but it is some stout stuff. For those of you who split wood, you miss. It just happens. You'll swing long of a piece of wood, and you're going to crack that handle right there. And I'll tell you what, you can see this thing has been well used, and I've never had a problem with the head coming loose. I've missed several times. No problems with the handle cracking. Both these tools are awesome. The heads themselves are made out of a very hard tool steel. I'm not sure of the Rockwell hardness, but it's up there a ways. That being said, with tool steel, you're going to have to keep it somewhat oiled or it will rust. You get these kind of sheath type devices with the axe. They're actually great for protecting the edge. You can slip the head of the axe into the tool here. It protects the edge. There's this little orange lever that comes down and locks it in. You've got a handle, you could hang it, what have you. I usually I throw these in my wood box, and you know, you're protecting that edge. Because with the hard tool of steel and being such a sharp point, you know, if you were to hit a rock with it, it would be prone to chipping. It won't just mushroom out like a softer steel would. That being said, these sheaths, they hold very tight to the back side, and if there's moisture get down in there with it being a tool steel, you will have some rust issues. So I encourage you guys, I always let mine air out, and then you just wipe it down with a little bit of oil, and you're good to go. There's a coating that comes on these, but I mean, it's an axe, so it's not gonna last. Anyway guys, if you guys are looking for a splitting axe and you're taller like me, I would highly suggest this larger model over the small one, just because you get so much more speed, so much more leverage. These things run about 50 bucks, depending on where you buy them, $50 to $60 range. It's a little bit more than you would pay for your standard wood maul, but then again, how many handles have you broke on your wood maul by missing? So you know, you buy them all and then buy another handle and you're right there. This thing here, I've had this particular tool for about 4 years, no problems out of it, and I don't see any problems occurring. So anyway, if you guys are looking for a new type of splitting maul, splitting axe, I really encourage you to take a look at the Fiskars splitting axe line. Very, very good product, quality product. It'll do you right. So thank you guys, until next time.